our ladybug. So we're given some antenna, eyes, and a ladybug. So what we're gonna do first is I'm gonna actually paint those eyes white. So you'll probably need a couple of coats of white. So I'm just going to take it, paint it one coat, and then we'll come back to them later. Once I have my one coat on there, I'm gonna wash and dry my brush. And now you were given like a yellowy red, I would say. It's like a Venetian red, they call it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start painting my ladybug. So I'm gonna make a line that separates the head and the body, and I'm gonna paint the whole body red. I'm gonna put 2 coats on it and do the sides. After my 2 coats are finished, I am going to wash and dry my brush out really good, because what you could do now is you're going to put a second coat of white on your eyes. After your second coat is finished on your eyes, I am going to paint my antlers or antenna. I'm going to do it black. Now, you were given a big brush and a small brush. You could pick whatever one you want to use, but only a little bit of paint goes a long way. And you just have to be pretty gentle when you paint these. And I'm just holding it, just makes it a little easier. Alright, so while I still have black paint on my brush, I am going to do my head. So I'm going to redo that line that separates my body and my head. I'm just going to paint everything above that line, including the sides, black. And then I'm going to wash my brush. And the red is pretty much good we're going to make our dots next. So the red is probably a good drying, it's a little dry but not completely dry, and that's okay to make our circles, our little polka dots. So the first thing I like to do is I'm going to take my small brush, and from the bottom in the middle of my ladybug, I'm just going to put a line that goes halfway to the top of the body, halfway through the body. So that just kind of separates our 2 wings. I'm just going to make that a little bit wider on the bottom. And now the fun begins. Once you have that done, you can start making your polka dots. So what I like to do is I'm just going to make a little circle. Good to me. I'm going to let those circles dry. I'm going to wash off my small brush and my big brush because I'm going to put a 3rd coat of white on my eyes. I could see now that I missed some spots, so. Third coat. Third coat of white on those eyes. I'm gonna look at my antlers, make sure, my antennas, make sure I didn't miss some spots. I think I missed some spots. So I'm just going to put a little black on my little brush and go back and try and fix any spots that I missed. And then I'm gonna wash my little brush. And then we are just going to add some light reflections. I like to add, since the ladybug is kind of simple, I'm gonna add some little light reflections, little lines in our polka dots. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a tiny bit of white on my little brush. And on the right side of each dot, I'm just gonna make like a little line. Just makes those polka dots pop a little more. On the right side of the body, I'm also gonna put a line. Whoop. And on the right side of my head. Alright, so now what we could do is we're gonna go back to our eyes. I washed my brush. And in the middle of each eye, I'm gonna put a black circle. I'm actually not even gonna put them in the middle. I'm gonna kind of put it off to the side. So I'm making pretty big circles. You want them to be the same in each eye. Mine got a little gray, so I'm going to fill it in a second time. Once I fill it in a second time, I'm going to use the back of my brush, and on the right side I'm just going to put a little white reflection, a little white dot in each eye. I just use the back of my paintbrush, and a little dot, and a little dot. So I'm going to let this dry for a couple seconds, and then I'm going to let it dry for a couple minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll glue it all together. My ladybug has had a chance to dry a little bit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue my eyes down first. So I'm just going to take any glue that you have, put a little glue on the back, glue your eyes on. I like to have them touching too. And then I am just going to put a little bit of glue at the base of my antennas. And the antennas are going to go like right in between my eyes. And you might have to hold it down for a little bit so it dries, doesn't fall over when it dries like it just did. Or you could put something on top of it to help hold it down. But if you hold it down for a little bit, when it dries, it's all set and you could hang it up or do anything, have it sitting on a shelf for a little summer decoration. You guys had fun painting with me and hope you have a great summer.